This is the contents of Mongoose. 2 engagement markers, food tokens, card stands, and then for every player, notepad and player aid, and 18 cards. The way you set the game up is you give everyone 2 stands, you give them 2 food, you put the rest of the food aside, you leave the engagement markers in the middle for people to take, you give everyone 1 sheet of the notepad and a player aid, and you deal out 2 cards per player. So that's 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. Players place their cards facing away from themselves so they can't see their cards, but they can see everybody else's cards. Okay, and then depending on the number of players, you will reveal an extra number of cards. For a 3-player game, there will be 3 extra cards revealed in the middle that everybody can see. Yeah. And the rest of the cards and the food sit on the side. Now, on my turn, I can take one of 4 actions. The basic action is I choose one of my cards to attack somebody else. So that is fighting. So I will say my black is fighting this player's white. And then the other player will say who wins. In this case, it's an eagle attacking an eagle, and when the 2 are the same, the defender wins. So I will just be told the defender wins, whoever this is here, and I will have to pay them 1 food if I have one. Okay. Second action is cooperate. So I can choose one of my cards and I can choose to cooperate with another player's card. So imagine I choose to cooperate with this one. Cooperation is seeing if the symbols match. That's all. Are they in the same location? Locations have different colored symbols. In this case, they are not. But if I had, for instance, decided to cooperate over here, they were in the same location, and the other player would say, yes, there is a successful cooperation, in which case we each get 1 food from the central supply. That's the second action. The third action is discover. This is where I pay a food. And discover, the advantage of discover is no one else is getting information other than me. I can choose to interact with the card, but I have to pay 1 food to take the discover action. I can choose to interact with the cards in the middle, either fight them or cooperate with them, and then other people will tell me if I'm successful, whichever of the 3 I choose. Or I can choose to pay 1 food and look at 4 random cards from the deck. I can look at these 4 random cards. I can obviously cross them off my list, and I then shuffle them back into the deck. That's the discover action. And then the final action is the identify action, where I make a guess as to, or a deduction as to what one of my cards are. So I might say this is the blue eagle. If I'm correct, the eagle joins the other cards in the middle, and I take another turn. This can be another fight action, discover, cooperate, or I could try and guess this one. If I'm incorrect, imagine I continue and I say this is a yellow mongoose, which would be a bit foolish because I can see one there, a green mongoose, then if I'm unsuccessful, that's the end of my turn. And those are the only actions and how you play the game. The game continues until either one person ends up with 3 more food than everybody else. So at the moment, this player's got 2 more than them and 4 more than me, or that somebody successfully identifies both their cards. That's the game. 10 to 15 minutes. I have to think about what the other players know so that when I interact with them, I'm giving them as little information as I can. That is the game. Thank you.